Live from PATV Studios, it's the Lyle Style Show. And now, the man with the most style, it's your host, Lyle Style.
Hey, welcome to another beautiful edition of the Lyle Style Show. You know, I'm here. I have a special guest to talk to y'all, the viewers about. She's an international runway model and a high fashion designer too. Her name is Chiquita, and I want to introduce her. So, Chiquita, welcome to the Lyle Style Show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
How are you?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm welcome you. We've been talking for a little while, you know, to get you on the.
I'm so excited.
Yes, to get you on the show and stuff like that. You know, I know you was telling me about your career in the fashion field and how you got started. So, I mean, quickly, we want to share with the viewers. Now, how did you get started in this type of business?
Oh my God, it's just like for me, it's a dream come true, and it played out over a period of time. That before you knew it, it was like a roller coaster ride. Things were happening before I knew it, and being a native of Elaine, Arkansas, and it's to me, you know, coming from a town with a population of 1,210, you know, into a great big city like New York, that was something to me that was unheard of, and especially to have inspired to the career of my choice. Thank God for my mentors and things that I have to go out of their way for that extra push. And not only did they go out of their way, they went out of the state to do research.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And that's one of the persons that I would like to think, and that's Billie Jean Holmes McRae. And she is like my mom, and I love her with all of my heart.
So now you started, okay, and as a kid, did you always want to be international runway model as a kid, or did you?
I always wanted to be a runway model and a fashion designer from, I would say, 3 years old.
Wow.
3 years old.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's a part of me. We have designers in our family as well, and I'm one of the ones that actually made some type of name for herself. So I thank God for the privilege and the divine opportunity to do that, and to open the doors for many other people that, you know, as you grow up and dealing with the stigmas and the things that life has to offer, you say to yourself, well, I don't have this or I don't have that.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. If you believe in yourself and you believe in God, anything is possible.
That's right.
So I pride myself into being very positive, but sometimes it's extremely hard. But I have to do my little mental exercises, and as I proceed, you know, to go through the day, and before you know it, I say, because I have a little motto that I do, and I say 3 things a day, and God will show me the way.
Amen.
But see, the thing about it is, it's fabulous that I went to Parsons School of Design, and I went to FIT. So I had 2 scholarships, and I said, oh my God, you know, it's so difficult in the beginning because I was I was 3 years early to get into college. And I was saying to myself, it was like a layover for 5 months for to get them to accept the credits that I had from there, because I was like a brainiac honor student. So, you know, they didn't have the equivalent to the credits that they have in New York.
Okay.
And so the things that I did was I had a complete portfolio. You know, fashion sketches, fashion illustrations, all the way down to garment construction. And it was looking like, I remember her name from FIT's Miss Kitty, and she said, who did this for you? How did you know her? And I said, well, I've been doing this all of my life. And I thought that it was so amazing, because I thought that I did something wrong when I turned and I looked at my mom, and she said to me, it's going to be all right.
Yeah, that's a blessing. So I mean, so you've been wanting this since you was a kid, then doing
It's in me. It's in me. It's just like, doing the norm that you would do
Right.
today. I mean, when you start your day, and it's just like, I enjoy my work so very much.
Right.
And and see, the things about it is that that's my entertainment for me.
Yeah.
I have to be creating something.
Yeah, tell me
If I
something.
don't, I completely feel completely stifled. In a period of 24 hours, I must create 3 things of
Right.
some type of it. It's a sketches or actual garment. I have to.
Right. Now, tell me something now. In your international runway modeling, did you have a talent to do that, or is there a school you went to go to learn how to walk that way?
Well, I think it was in me, but the thing about it was, every designer has their own perception of how it's an art, how you're going to be presented, and how you're going about doing it.
Right.
Now, always had it in my mind, actually down to the floor plans and all that. And see, in this, I was doing floor charts and diagrams even when I was in 6th grade. And they didn't understand it.
Right.
The first fashion show that I ever did was in my high school in Elaine.
Okay.
And they had never seen a fashion show before. And my grandparents got behind them, and they made it happen.
Okay.
And it was totally blown away, and they backed me. Now, how I got into this happened, they have the alumnus that comes back, the ones who made it, like Madonna or Cyndi Lauper, and they have the actual, Bill Blass and Kuz Vananaka, as well as which she was a international name, just like Pitt Cleveland. It was that era, Lee Fabershani. And the thing about it was, I didn't have a clue of what was going on because I had only been in school for 3 months.
Okay. Oh, 3. Okay.
And I was there. My guidance counselor said, well, here, it's going to get them to pick it up for you because you're ahead of all the other students. So I was saying, okay, well, what should I do? And I'm worried about, the dress code and all that. In my mind, it was more strict and, margins and, protocols than it actually was. And so I just went away with what the perception that I had before I got there. And so that's how I was able to excel and do the things that I did. And the thing about it was, Lisa Lee, she asked to me, she said, because that time I used to wear my hair back and my glasses and stuff. I was, so she said to me, listen, how tall are you? And I said, I don't know, by 5'9" or something. She said, she winked at my guidance counselor, and I was like, oh dear. And she said, is there any way that you could tell me what you feel comfortable? And she introduced me to Perry Ellis. She said, this is Mr. Perry Ellis. I said, the fashion designer? And she said, oh my God. And I was like, oh my God, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Right. Oh yeah, he's very well known. Yes.
He said to me, we'll be seeing a lot more of you. I said, God willing, I hope. I had no clue that they come there every year. I didn't know if they still do. I'm for sure that they do. To pick 3 models to take back to do the collection.
Wow. So you was one of the 3 models?
Yes, I was.
So tell me. I mean, now you've probably been all over the world doing this.
God, I've been all over the world 9 times. So.
I mean, like, you've been to London?
London, Paris, Morocco, Tokyo, Switzerland. Oh God, you name it. The only place that I haven't gone, it was that it's Fuji and I forgot what was the other name, but all of the islands and things that we did the private trunk shows for, like Martinique in Jamaica and Cozumel, all of those places.
Okay.
Because I was into the couture shows. Most of those were the private shows.
Oh.
I said, this is so strange. It really was to me because I I had never known a show starting at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that was kind of,
Because the thing about it is, all of the celebrities and things are night people.
Oh, so you got a
They're
chance
being
to meet.
jet-setted in, and it's so amazing to see a whole production comes together like that in like 2 hours.
Wow.
You're going into an empty space, and before you knew it, everything is plush. And to me, it's amazing to see these technicians coming. And I always said, how are you going to, these people are not finished. And she said, you'll watch, you'll be amazed. It was a learning experience for me, and I treasure it every day.
Wow, I know you did, and so, because now you were telling me now one of your famous relatives is your aunt, Melba Moore. She's
that's my pride and my joy.
Yes.
My Aunt Melba Moore.
Yeah.
Forevermore.
I know.
Forevermore.
Yes.
That's from my heart in the name of Jesus. It is. And I had she gave me the most wonderful gift. And just as I said, I want the world to know about her, because a lot of people say, oh, this is and this is. No, they don't know the real her. She has the heart of gold.
Yeah.
When I say it's, she can just look at me and I'll just break down and cry. This is how wonderful a person she is.
Yeah,
and
I believe
everything that she says, you can see from her movements that she's caring about you and the things that and to me, other than my mom and a few others, I've never had that type of person. A person to move me to tears before
her voice.
Of course, for their expectations of you for excellence, or as close as you can get to it.
Right. I know. And you also tell me about now this person I really have. I'm a fan of. It's like Melba Moore, Patti LaBelle. You tell me that you.
Oh yeah, I met her too. Well, my aunt and. How that happened was we were at Brooklyn Academy of Music, and she and Miss Vivian Reed from Showboat were doing a production called Queenie Pie for Duke Ellington, Marcel, all of the Ellingtons, and I had no idea it was going to. I said, okay, well, at that particular time, we lived in Brooklyn. I said, well, at Brooklyn Academy of Music. I didn't figure that, but oh my God, once I got inside, I was blown away with the orchestra.
Oh,
and
wow.
I had spoken to Miss Reed on the phone, and I said, and then for me to actually see her in action, I was completely blown away. And see, now the first celebrity that I worked for was Phyllis Hyman.
Oh wow! Okay, yes. Oh my, she's a beautiful voice.
Yes, she's a beautiful voice. It's a tragedy, though, that the things happened. I was there when it happened, and we knew that because I said, I have to keep that. I was devastated beyond, and during that time going to school, I didn't know what I was going to do because the internship was up. I was her personal assistant and her fashion designer.
Oh, okay.
I traveled with her, and it was a wonderful experience.
Wow. I mean, to see you've done a lot of things that a lot of people wish to have done in their lifetime, as far as...
I know. You see, for me, because when everything was over with, so to speak, and I didn't, family and other friends and things, they said, oh, this and the other. Every family function or something, they want to see this footage and all that. And I got to the point, I was like, oh, no, I don't want to see, I'm not going to show it. So it came to a point where the talk with me had gone away.
Right.
And so I don't know how it happened, was I had contacted a few of my friends I used to have a contract with the Rage Agency. My best friend was Darren Jiggins, who's the owner, and you heard everyone tell the fabulous Jay Alexander from what's America's Top Model.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. What a crowd of people that you've been involved with.
Oh, God, I know tons of people, but the majority of the great people with famous names, they are all Christian people, and they are great friends of my aunt.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
My aunt she worked very hard to perfect the things in her life, and I hope that someday that I'll be able to stand close to her. I would say on the same podium as her. But yeah, that's to me. She's perfection when it comes to on stage and off.
Yeah, without doubt. And you know what? And we're gonna try to get her on the show down the line.
Oh, you will. You will. She's presently in the UK. She's on tour.
Right, on tour. Okay, yep. And she's doing a reality show, or?
Oh, yes, she is.
Yes.
She's doing a reality show, and her dad, Mr. Clint Mormon, he's a famous jazz musician.
Right.
And yeah, I think he made 100 or 101st birthday not so many days ago. And God knows he doesn't look. He looks wonderful.
Wow, that's marvelous. That's good.
Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, definitely. But so what's next in your career? What are you planning on?
Well, you know, I'm the type of person that I never forget, because the morals and the scruples, you would say. The thing about it is my mom, she passed away.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And to me, that's why I sort of like dropped out of the scene for a moment, because I felt in my heart that I didn't have, everything that I did in my life, basically, was to glorify God and my mom. And when you do not have that structure anymore, you seem to lose the air out of the balloon. And anyone can observe to see what happens to a helium balloon. It just, and everyone needs their infrastructure. It's so important that if you have someone in that you're geared towards show business, if you want, career, or that they have the proper safe haven, safe space, safe place to create.
Right, yeah, to create, that's right.
Because that's the first element there. To center yourself and to concentrate. And as my Aunt Mel would say, follow through with everything you do.
Follow through. Okay, that's a very good idea, a very good thing to live by, really. Yeah, so to create, to follow through whatever you did, you do, and I mean, you got a good moral support system in your life. You're a Christian woman. God is first, and so if God's for you, who could be against you? So I know that you could do anything you want to do. We're here again with my good friend Chiquita, international runway model and high fashion designer, and so we're here back with her. And Chiquita, I wanted to say. What a little bit of a mix-up we had for a second there, but you're back on the show again, and I want to ask you again about your aunt, and you talk a little bit about her foundation and what's that about.
Well, in her honor, I created the fashion foundation, the More Never More Information in an Event Society, and basically, that is for all of her works and things that she does. And the charity base is something that's dear to my heart. It's a homeless division that I'm structuring. So that's what we have been, well, it's actually been already started already. It's already been in the works for,
that's good.
13 months. Yeah. And I recently added another one, another chapter to it. The second entity is the More Never More. Prayer, counsel, and crisis.
Oh, wow. That's a wonderful thing.
Exactly.
Now, is that in New York?
Well, yes.
Okay.
In New York. And see, what is the wonderful thing that I'm excited about is that I'm creating a line for her in her honor. Of course, she's there. She's going to be doing her input and everything. We're going to create it together. But basically, it's in her honor. And the 5 lines that I'm going to introduce to her, well, that she will be introducing because they're going to be her lines.
Right.
But the biggest things that she's excited about is the Nevermore Christian Couture.
Wow, Christian. Wow, what is it? See, that's a wonderful thing. You know, she's a Christian model. Well, she's an icon, really. Everybody heard of Melba Moore. I remember her song came out, Songs of Gold, something like that, Bands of Gold, Bands of Gold, back in the day. And so...
My aunt is a jewel. And I said, you know, if anyone else does not adore you, and I said, as many people as you have, as the how would you call it, the round-the-way gang or whatever it would say, she put you on the map. So I'd never forget the good things that people have done for me. I'm extremely, extremely humble and thankful. And I praise God for the honor because, you know, could have been someone else.
Right.
If they had a blink in an eye.
Amen.
You know how it is
Amen
in the entertainment business. And thank God for her training me. She trained me as a publicist. She trained me as, she's a total perfection protocol. Down to packing a suitcase.
Yeah, I know. I saw her video on Facebook where she was putting on some clothes and whatnot, doing a little bit of dressing her in different clothes.
She's a perfectionist. She's a perfectionist.
Yes, she is.
She's been all over the world 1,000 times, and she goes to any country. It's like everyone knows her. They adore her.
Yes. I mean,
she's been queen. I mean, she was with 2 times this year. Well, I think it was last year, actually. The Queen of England.
Oh, she was.
That's a prestigious honor to sit and have tea and crumpets, if you would, with the Queen of England.
Wow.
Queen Elizabeth.
Wow, that's a wonderful thing. That's, you know, have you you've been to London before and out there and doing different designs and fashion models or fashion runway things and stuff. Do you plan to go back to international runway modeling?
Well, I would do with my own entity. I don't know if, like, you know, I mean, me being older and things now, I mean, it's like, you know, so many things have changed in the industry, and everything is so trendy, so 7th Avenue-ish. But, of course, I mean, for the, like the alumnists, when you know, they have the reunions and all, of course.
Right.
You know, in the past, I said, you know, no, I wouldn't be available. But, you know, now, I mean, that I'm back doing wonderful things for my Aunt Melba because, you know, the other things that I was doing, they were okay, but I did not feel the impact.
Right.
Of my, you know what? I just didn't feel the impact. And I feel in life, whatever you do it with heartfelt emotions and pure devotion.
Okay, that's good. That's a good.
Everything counts.
Yeah. That's good.
You know, every minute and every second.
Right. Well, we got about 3 minutes left in the show, but I definitely want to thank you for even being
part. Well, I have many projects that are coming on.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to stay with my lips sealed.
Oh, you're not going to tell us? You're going to tell Lyle Style what the project is? Oh.
Well, I'm going to say you stay tuned.
Okay.
So I'm going to say you stay tuned.
Okay, okay.
I don't want to kill the chicken before the egg hatches.
Okay, but now you can share with me afterwards, and we can talk.
Of course I will.
Yes, maybe you come back on.
Will.
Come back on the show again with your aunt Melba Moore.
Of course she will.
Yes.
And she sends her heartfelt love and wishes forevermore.
Okay, that's right. Yep. And I'll tell you, Chiquita, if you could really get now, this is my dream guest, Patti LaBelle. So
I miss that. I would make some calls for you.
Oh, please,
Miss Patti, she's very down to earth, and
she is
a beautiful person.
Yes, she is.
Absolutely fabulous.
Oh, yeah, she is definitely fabulous.
You see someone, a celebrity come to your home, and the first thing they do is head to the kitchen and start cooking for everyone.
There you go. That's what I want to do. Come cook for me.
She's a Christian woman, and
yes,
that's why. Of course.
Yeah, that's a blessing. But again, Chiquita, thank you for being on the Lyle Style Show. We appreciate it.
The viewers so very much for the prestigious honor to being your guest.
Yeah, thank you. And you know, stay in touch with me and whatnot. We're gonna have you back on the show
I
at a later
certainly
date.
shall, because you're going to be at the MMM collections, aren't you?
That's we are. That's hey.
Oh, I hope so.
That's right. That's right. That's going to be a big event right there. So you know, I appreciate it, and I will talk to you real soon. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
You be good.
Yep. God bless you then.
God bless you too and everything you do.
Yep. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Well, you know what? Hey, thank you for a beautiful thing. She's a high fashion international runway model. Chiquita, she's also a fashion designer. So I just want to say thank you for being on my show. And I hope the viewers, you know, get a little bit, talking to her a little bit about what she's done, everything like that. So with that said, I want you to keep styling and profiling and keep watching the Lyle Style Show. The next time we come on, it's going to be a very, very good guest. So keep styling and profiling. Peace. I'm out of here.